Doyle.
G'day, boss. How you doing, Blue?
Nell said this needed pruning a couple of weeks ago.
Well, it could do with it.
Well, I wouldn't know where to start. The garden was Nell's department. I can't neglect it, but the truth is I haven't got a clue.
Well, Abelia's pretty tough, boss. Just cut out all that straggly stuff and it'll survive.
I thought lobelias were those little things like violets.
Oh, they are, but this here is Abelia.
Come sit down.
You managing all right?
Oh, I don't know. They won't let me try.
Who? The neighbours?
The neighbours, the ladies' auxiliary, the CWA, every unattached woman over 40. I've got a fridge full of bloody casseroles in there. So what's on your mind?
Oh, nothing. I just thought I'd pop over and see how you're doing.
The constabulary hasn't exactly been beating a path to my door.
Oh, you know the guys. They probably don't know what to say.
Haven't seen too much of you either, for that matter. So what is it?
It's the trainee vacancy with the CIB. I've applied for it.
And?
I just wanted to see what you thought.
You're not having doubts already, are you?
No, none. I've done my 2 years, so I'm eligible. And I really want to do it.
Then go for it. You don't need my blessing.
Listen, you don't think that I'm too young or too pushy? Yeah?
That's what the others have been saying, is it?
Oh, there's been the odd comment, yeah.
Listen, Doyle, despite what you might have learned at school, everyone is not created equal. There are always those who are going to go higher and faster than everybody else. You might be one of those. Go on, give it a boo.
Thanks, boss.
Now, what makes you think your dog's been stolen, Mrs. Keane?
It has vanished from my home.
Vanished.
Maybe it went for a walk.
It's an intelligent dog, Constable, but it can't open a bolted gate.
Very good point, Mrs. Keane. Constable Cooper here will take down all the relevant details.
Okay, Mrs. Keane.
Your desk.
Yes, sorry. Thank you. You're from St David's, aren't you?
Yeah, Rose Egan.
Maggie Doyle. You look different out of the uniform.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
Can I help you with something at all?
No, I'm fine, thanks. I came over with the boss. He's just having a word to PJ.
The boss.
Detective Sergeant Grantham.
Oh, so you're with CI now, are you?
Working on it? Yeah, they're giving me a trial run with PJ. I've applied for the trainee vacancy.
I've applied for it too.
Oh, well, no harm in letting them know you're interested.
To be perfectly honest, I won't mind having her out of St David's. Not that Mazegan isn't one smart cookie, but there's a bit of a personality clash, if you get what I mean. Lurker X is a mate of mine. It gets awkward.
So you want us to take her on and see how the lady shapes up, eh?
Yeah, I hope. I expect she'll do very well.
What are you saying, Peter? That she's already got the job?
Let's just say I wouldn't be disappointed. Problem?
No, no problem.
Right.
Sir.
Right. We've all seen Senior Constable Egan around the traps. She'll be working with me for a while and also helping out with the uniform. Nick, maybe you can show Rose around.
Oh, there's not much to show, really. Coffee's over in the corner, ladies loo down the hallway. Try not to get the two mixed up. Make yourself at home.
Thank you. Most helpful.
No worries, Rose.
PJ,
I'm busy, Mags.
you can spare a couple of minutes.
Okay, you got one.
Okay, what's going on? You said you were going to back me on the CIB vacancy.
Yeah, I am.
Well, so what's Rose Egan doing here?
Wasn't my idea, Mags. Grantham asked me to give her a trial.
And you said yes.
No, he's my boss.
Well, so where does that leave me? Egan's older than me. She's senior to me. I don't want to be the idiot here, PJ. If I don't stand a chance of getting this job, please tell me now.
Sorry.
It's okay, we're finished.
Got a report of a body out by the Ferguson place.
Yeah, who from?
A couple of kids.
Names?
No, they hung up.
Probably a hoax. So where do they reckon this is?
You know that dried up creek bed on Cobberah Road?
Yeah.
That'll be it.
Rose, we're going out.
Take Maggie with you. You might need some help with the search.
Mags? Well, it's a body of sorts.
Wonder how it got there.
Maybe it fell and injured itself.
Maybe. If it was blind. Look, someone's taken the trouble to cut the brand off. But not before putting a bullet through its head. Just above the eye. Whoever it was knew what they were doing.
Maybe it was a local farmer. Saving on vet fees.
Makes sense if the horse was sick or injured.
No, don't think so. Looks healthy enough. Well-bred, young. You'd pay the vet.
You seem to know a lot about it.
Yeah, I did 2 years vet science.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't shoot a racehorse unless it breaks a leg.
You reckon it was a racehorse?
Yeah, still got the plates on. Must have had a run quite recently.
Glad to see someone knows their nags. Me, I have a bet on the Melbourne Cup. Hey, look at this. Tyre tracks. Looks like someone used a backhoe. Obviously didn't finish the job.
Or maybe they were interrupted by the kids who made the phone call.
Either way, there's a chance they'll be back. Mags, you stay here, guard the horse, we'll get the vet.
Me?
Yeah?
Don't worry, can't hurt you. It's dead.
What's up?
Oh, nothing.
Sure.
I'm supposed to be spending the week being a detective. Instead, I'm stuck out there guarding a dead horse for 2 hours while she's in there playing Inspector Clouseau.
What's she like?
Oh, she's clever. She's got a degree in everything under the sun.
Bill reckons it looks like the nag that won the St David's Cup. What's its name?
Artless. I said there was a chance. They're both great stallions.
Not uncommon.
True, but you need a common sort of horse to get away with it.
Hang on, what are we talking about here?
Stuff do I know.
You've heard of fine cotton?
Yeah, it's a ring-in, running a substitute horse.
Exactly. Now, it's only a possibility, but Artless came from nowhere, had no form and no right to win.
But win he did.
And the bookies lost a packet.
Who owns this horse?
Guy called Fenwick. I've seen him round the track.
Never heard of him.
Well, Joe Lucas is the trainer. You're probably better off speaking to him first.
Think I'll leave Sean with you, PJ. At least he knows his way around a racetrack.
Right
Come on, boss. I got a lot on my plate. The pharmacy break-ins, the Stockwell case.
This could be the big one, and you're the boy with the expert knowledge.
The trainer, is he?
Oh, he's not Bart Cummings, but he's okay if he's got something to work with.
You did all right on Saturday, Mr. Lucas.
Yeah, 3 winners, not bad at all. Not like some, eh, Detective Neil? Lost more than his shirt, I reckon.
Come on, Joe, wasn't that bad?
Well, if you want to tip for Caulfield on Saturday, I'd go for the mud runners if I was you. They're predicting a heavy track by race 4.
Thanks, but I think I might give it a miss for a while.
Many horses do you train, Mr. Lucas?
That depends. I've got 10 at the moment, but I can handle about 12.
They're all kept here?
Yeah, except when they're being spelled.
What happens then?
Oh, they go to greener pastures.
That's a nice-looking animal. Is that the cup winner?
Heartless? No, he's in the next stall.
Mind if we take a look?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know much about horses myself. Must take a certain talent to train a racehorse, eh?
Well, I don't know about talent, but you've got to have a way with them.
And a backhoe, do you, Mr. Lucas?
A backhoe? Well, what do I want one of those for?
Thought every farmer had one of those these days.
Farmer may be, but I've got no use for one.
So how would you bury a horse, say, if one of yours died?
You can't just bury a racehorse. You should know that, Sean. I mean, it's registered. Got to notify the vet, notify the owner.
So you don't know anything about a dead horse we found this morning?
No, I don't know, think.
Looked a lot like Artless here.
Well, that'd be bad luck, wouldn't it? Atlas dropping dead after its first big win.
Yeah, it would.
G'day. Mind if I join you?
I won't be here long.
You waiting for Sean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard you two were seeing a bit of each other.
Chris. Rose Egan from St David's. Chris Riley.
So you're the new addition to the team, are you? You must be pleased, Maggie. Anything to dilute the testosterone. What do you have, Rose?
Just a bit, thanks. Maggie?
Oh, I'm right with this, thanks.
So you want to get into plain clothes?
Yeah. with you?
Desperately.
So why did you leave it so long?
Well, I was a bit tied up. Had a few things to sort out, you know how it is. And I guess you're too young
For what?
to have things to sort out. PJ said half your family cops.
Yeah, they are.
Would have made it easier.
I like to think that I got it on my own merits.
No, what I meant was that you'd know what to expect.
As much as you do in any job, I guess.
Hi, Rose.
Hi, Sean.
Let's go.
Well, you don't want to stay?
Not tonight.
See you later, Rose.
Bye.
I'm just wasting my time. She's virtually got the position already.
Still in the running. Rose is only here for a week's trial, and after that you'll get your chance.
At the rate she's going, she'll have solved the whole case by then. How's it going, anyway?
Oh, we didn't turn up much with the bookies. They confirmed there was a last-minute plunge on the cup race.
What does that mean?
That the people who knew about the ring-in waited until just before the race started before making their bets so they could get the best odds.
So they lost a lot of money then?
Yeah, one guy had to leave the track.
Over one race?
We're talking big money here.
Did they say who made the bets?
They came from all over. It wasn't just local money, but from Melbourne, Geelong. Suddenly, certain people knew Atlas was going to win. But no one's mentioning any names.
And I suppose Rose was in the middle of all this investigation. What's she like, anyway?
Rose? No, she's okay. She knows a lot about horses. She's conscientious, efficient, intelligent. But sloppy. Terrible with people, erratic, a lousy cop all round.
Sean, you just said she was conscientious, efficient...
Not efficient, I take that back. She's lousy with paperwork. She never does it. And she...
Yes?
She's much older than you and not half as pretty.
Oh, great. I can stop worrying.
The vet called earlier. He left a message for you guys.
Did he do an autopsy?
Yes. Nothing at all wrong with the horse. He was sound of wind and limb.
Yeah, until someone shot him.
Anyway, the DNA reports and blood tests will come back tomorrow. But apparently the horse had some number branded on it. The vet called it a foal brand number, but apparently without the stud brand, the foal brand is virtually impossible to trace.
Which is why whoever killed the horse didn't bother removing the foal brand.
Right. But luckily the vet had some idea in which stud the horse had come from, and he was able to match the numbers. And the horse's name is Shy Goer.
Did he say whether Shy Goer is related to Atlas?
Full brother, apparently. The vet checked the records. Both horses are registered as belonging to a Mr. Charles Fenwick.
What a triumph you had on Saturday. Congratulations.
Thank you.
First big win for Atlas, wasn't it?
Yes. You know, a lot of people kept telling me that the horse would never come good. But I knew better. Didn't I, Sue?
Yes, you did.
You've got a full brother to Atlas, also registered to race. Shy Goer, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. It's a big disappointment. Not in the same class.
It happens. Where is he now?
Well, I packed him off to New Zealand. See if he's any use at stud.
Mr. Fenwick, a dead horse was found dumped not far from here.
Yes, I heard about that. It's a strange business.
Stranger still. It was confirmed as being Shy Goer.
What? Oh, that's impossible. I sold the horse a year ago.
Do you want a backhoe, sir?
Yes, there's one at the stables.
Joe Lucas told us he didn't have one.
Then he's lying.
Why would he lie?
I've no idea. Look, if something underhand's going on, you're talking to the wrong man. I have nothing to do with running this property. The management of the horses and the equipment is solely Lucas's responsibility.
Yeah, we're about to interview him now.
This way.
I hope you can put in Fenwick or whoever else is behind him. Sure, Grantham. Nick, can you hassle there for those DNA results, mate?
Yep.
Was that the trainer with Wayne?
Yeah, Joe Lucas.
So, case solved, huh?
Just about.
Yeah, righto. Grantham's pulled me back to St David's.
You don't want to sit in?
Nah, I've got a heap of work piling up. There's not a lot else I can do around here. Maybe to it.
Righto. Well, we've got Mr. Lucas. The two horses so similar they could be identical twins.
One's the unlikely winner of the St David's Cup, and the other is found with a bullet through its head. Coincidence, don't you think?
Could be. I mean, a lot of horses look alike, mate.
The vet tells us the horse we found is Shy Go.
No, that's impossible.
Come on, Joe. We know that the winner of the Cup and the dead horse are one of the same.
Look, Artless won the Cup, right? And he's safe in his store. You saw him there.
Well, whatever won the Cup, it wasn't Artless. It didn't have a chance.
Look, I don't know what you're talking about.
I think your memory's failing a bit, Joe. I'll give you a bit of a jog. We'll tell you what happened and you can correct us, OK? Constable Egan?
Let's start with Charles Fenwick. You know he's had a lousy couple of years. Overcapitalised. Loses his best stallion. Then several of his broodmares go down with a nasty virus. And Artless, who's supposed to save the stud, turns out to be useless. So what does he do, Joe?
You tell me. You're spinning the yarns.
All right. It's suggested to Mr. Fenwick that there's no scam like an old scam, and that he should substitute Shy Goer for Artless in the St David's Cup. He agrees, so long as someone else does the dirty work. That someone being you. Your job, among other things, is to arrange the removal of the carcass. But there was a stuff-up, Joe, wasn't there?
Look, I don't have to say nothing to you.
Do not waste our time, sir. We know you have Fenwick's backhoe, and it's not going to be difficult to match it with the tracks we found by the dead horse. Now, all we want to know is who organised the ringing.
Look, I want to see a lawyer, right? And I want witness protection.
Protection? Protection from who? What are you part of? Look, if someone else is involved, it might help your case if you told us. You don't need protection.
Oh, yes, I do.
From Fenwick?
Look, it's not Fenwick, right? I mean, he had nothing to do with it.
Who then?
It's one of yours. Look, it's a cop, right? That's why I need witness protection.
That's all he said.
Yep, that's it. He started screaming for witness protection. His lawyer's with him now.
Who's he got?
Greg Walters.
Walters? Don't tell me he's involved in all this as well.
No, he's duty solicitor for the month.
Oh, that's all we need.
What if Lucas does name one of ours? When do we call in the IID?
Let's see what he's got to say first.
Lucas's lawyer reckons he's ready to make a statement.
Now, first of all, I want a confirmation from you, Sergeant Croydon, that my client will be placed in a protection program. He will make no statement until he's guaranteed protection.
Yes, that can be arranged, Mr. Walters.
Good.
All right, I shot the horse, right? But I just want to tell you right from the start, I had nothing to do with the ringing.
What is your involvement in this?
Well, I had to bury the horse. But the hydraulics on the backhoe, they busted, see? I mean, everything would have been sweet except for that. Well, I took it away to be fixed, and when I got back, you blokes were there. Look, it wasn't my idea. I was just following orders.
Whose orders?
It was a cop, right? I mean, he made me do it. He threatened me if I didn't.
Mr. Lucas, will you name the police officer involved?
Detective Sean Neal, St David's.
What's going on?
What do you mean?
Well, something's happening. What's the boss doing back, and why have they called Maggie in?
I can't say.
I told Sean this morning I'd probably spend the day getting kittens out of trees, but I wasn't expecting to be on poodle patrol. What's wrong?
Maggie?
Boss, what are you doing back? This guy, the trainer, he could be lying.
Yes, he could be.
PJ, what do you think? Is he telling the truth?
We'll know more later, Max.
I've called IID. There's 2 guys on their way up from Melbourne to interview Lucas. I'll probably want to interview you as well.
Me? What do they want with me?
You're having a relationship with the guy, Maggie.
Would you like me to sit in as an independent witness?
Do you think I need you to?
Probably be a good idea.
Thanks, boss.
Right. It's all yours.
You won't be seeing me again.
You'd better watch your back, Joe.
Where's Constable Doyle?
I really don't think she's got anything to do with this.
We'll be the judge of that.
They're ready for you.
For the purpose of this interview, please state your name, rank and station.
Constable Maggie Doyle, Mount Thomas General Duties.
Your date of birth,
April 10, 1969.
your address.
14 Bailey Street, Mount Thomas.
Do you know Detective Senior Constable Sean Neal?
Yes,
What is your relationship with Detective Neal?
he's my boyfriend.
How long have you known him?
6 months. We've been seeing each other for 3 or 4.
3 months or 4? Which is it, Constable Doyle?
I don't know. 3.5.
Does he live with you?
No,
But he stays over?
sometimes.
How often?
A couple of times a week.
Does he ever leave possessions at your house?
Some clothes, bathroom stuff, a toothbrush, shaving cream razor, that's all.
So what are you doing here anyway? Did you get tired of St David's?
No, I liked it over there. But the detective works over here.
Can't wait to be a detective. Reckon it'd be really cool.
What's going on, mate?
Is Maggie in strife?
Oh, they're interviewing her now. Have to wait and see.
What about Sean?
Same thing. St David's. Get a beer.
Just can't imagine Sean being involved in anything. But then I haven't seen that much of him since he's been going out with Maggie.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. I just don't know what he's been up to for the past few months.
You blaming all this on her? You haven't been here 5 minutes and already you're slagging off on the poor girl.
I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, well, you don't know what you're talking about, love, so why don't you keep your opinions to yourself?
I reckon it's time for another drink.
Not for me, thanks. I think I've had enough. See ya.
Do you know Joe Lucas?
No,
Do you know if Sean Neal has any sort of relationship with Joe Lucas?
I don't know.
Do you know if Sean Neal attends race meetings?
Yes,
Do you have any knowledge of Sean Neal's involvement in the racing industry?
no.
Do you have any knowledge of Sean Neal's gambling habits?
I know he has an occasional bet.
Would you say Sean Neal is in financial trouble?
No, not that I'm aware.
Do you ever attend race meetings?
No, I don't.
Have you ever seen Detective Neal place bets?
Yes, at the TAB a couple of times.
How much does he bet on each race?
Look, I don't know. He doesn't tell me.
That'll be all for the time being, Constable Doyle.
Alison, what are you doing here?
Just passing by. Thought I'd give Maggie a ride home.
No answer. Do you think he's still being questioned?
Probably.
I just can't believe all of this. This morning I was happy, I was in love, hoping to be a detective. Now Sean's been arrested. I can't talk to him. I don't even know where he is.
Well, he's probably still at the station with IID. PJ said they searched his house as well.
Wayne, what's going to happen to him?
I don't think it's Sean you should be worried about. You're implicated in this as well. You're looking at the possibility of a transfer.
What?
Oh, come on, Mags, this is a small town. You throw enough mud, it'll stick.
The beginning and end of a great police career. And I was worried about being a detective.
You just have to keep a low profile for a while, that's all.
I just want to talk to Sean.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Maybe you should keep your distance for a while.
You think he's guilty too?
I don't know what he is, but I know you. You're a career cop and that's all you've ever wanted to be. Don't stuff it up over Sean.
You saying that I shouldn't see him?
I'm saying you should keep your head down and wait for this to blow over.
You okay? You look tired.
It's been a long night.
IID?
Yeah, it went on forever.
But they let you go in the end, huh?
Sort of. They suspended me. Not allowed back at the station, not allowed to talk to any other police in working hours. I'm probably not even supposed to be here.
Tried to call you.
Yeah, only finished about an hour ago. I wanted to see you. I didn't know if I should come or not.
Well, I'm glad you did. Is that your record of interview?
Yeah, my souvenir.
Sean, I can't believe that it's got to this. Why do they think that you've done it?
I spend time at the track, I guess. And I'm the sucker Lucas named.
Yeah, but why would he pick you?
Because he's too scared to name whoever it really is. I'm the patsy.
Well, surely it can't be that simple to dob someone in if they're innocent. Haven't you got some way of proving that you weren't involved?
How?
Well, did you back this horse, Artless?
No, I'm about the only one who didn't make any money off Artless.
Well, doesn't that help?
How am I supposed to prove I didn't have a bet? As far as IID are concerned, I could have made a stack of money and be hiding it somewhere.
You're innocent until proven guilty.
Not with IID.
Sean, there must be something that you can do.
I wish there was. I'm hamstrung because I'm suspended. I can't approach witnesses. I can't talk to anyone I work with. How am I supposed to clear myself? Expecting someone?
Good morning.
We'd like to speak to Detective Neal.
Now what? We've received further information. We'd like to search your vehicle.
Jim.
I don't know what the money was doing there.
What was Sean Neal doing at your house this morning?
He came to visit.
We could assume that you were just getting your stories right.
That's not true.
Did you invite him over?
No.
Have you tried to contact him?
Yes, I tried to call him last night.
Why?
He's my boyfriend.
Does Detective Neal ever borrow money from you?
A couple of dollars, some change for the phone.
And when you go out, say, for dinner, who usually pays?
We both do, whatever. There's no set rule.
Does Sean Neal borrow money from you to place bets?
No.
Does he come back from the track broke?
Look, I know what you're getting at. But Sean is not a compulsive gambler. He has a kitty. He bets for fun. He never goes over a set amount. He told me that he lost all his money as a kid and he had to spend every weekend working at the stables to pay it back. He's learned his lesson.
So as far as you know, Sean Neal doesn't have any gambling debts?
Of course not.
You're unaware that Sean Neal owes at least $10,000 to various people?
They're lying.
I don't think so, Constable. One of those people is his boss, Detective Senior Sergeant Peter Grantham. Maybe your boyfriend isn't telling you everything.
So if it's not yours, whose is it?
I don't know.
Money just appears and disappears with you, doesn't it?
Doesn't this look just a little bit like a setup to you?
It looks a little bit like a man who's got nowhere else to hide his stash. Is this your cut?
No.
Is this the proceeds from the ring-in?
No.
Was your girlfriend going to hide the money for you?
No.
What's her involvement in this?
She's not involved. It's got nothing to do with her. It's got nothing to do with me.
Do you always drive over to Mount Thomas this early?
No, but I'm not always occupied the night before.
Come on, Neil, it's pretty obvious. You don't go to bed, you get straight in your car, drive all the way over here with this cash. Why don't you just admit the money is yours?
Because it's not.
What's the story?
Oh, they're taking him back to St. David's. They want to go through his house again.
PJ, I've been thinking about Sean.
Yeah.
Well, I knew Sean had betting problems. Everyone did. But there's a huge difference between being a compulsive gambler and a bent detective. Sean just doesn't strike me as being a standover guy. I mean, Lucas was afraid of being killed. Do you buy that Sean would make him that scared?
No, but someone did. If not Sean, who else?
Any ideas?
There's got to be someone who hangs out of the track, owes big money, knows Lucas and Fenwick. Sean fits the bill.
What about, Grantham?
Grantham? Can't be serious. Anyway, there's no Fenwick. You were there when he said it.
He's spoken to him at least once. About 10 months ago, Fenwick ran the station. I answered the phone. He asked to speak to Grantham.
Why didn't you say this before?
Oh, come on, PJ. You expect me to go out on a limb on the strength of one phone call and accuse my boss, a detective senior sergeant, of being involved in a ring-in?
What's between you and Grantham anyway?
He's a good detective.
He was very keen to get you over here for a trial, Rose.
He said he was recommending me because I was doing well.
He told me he wanted you here to get you out of his hair. Now, would he remember this phone call?
I don't know. It was 10 months ago. He can't have known that Fenwick identified himself to me.
But if you had sudden flashbacks?
Then he recommended me for the job I wanted, and I'd have no reason to say anything.
So why are you saying anything?
Because it looks like Sean could go down for this. Do you think we should tell Tom?
No. No, keep this to ourselves. If you're right, I have to call in internal security. I want a lot more to go on before we get those guys in.
PJ, criminal records just sent it through. Went back over all their old records. Lucas, Fenwick, Sean, Grantham. Finally come up with this. Fenwick was busted on a racetrack just out of Melbourne in 1982.
Conspiracy to commit fraud.
He was charged, but then the charges were withdrawn. That's why it's so hard to track down. Look who the arresting officer was.
Detective Peter Grantham. So what have we got? He's lied about knowing Fenwick, and the fact that Grantham dropped the original fraud charges stinks of corruption.
Is that enough to go on?
Not to night prison association. It was a long time ago. I'll say it was a different bloke.
Yeah, and he'll deny the phone call. He'll say that I must have made a mistake.
And there's still a chance that we could be wrong. Look, if we name Grantham, this falls apart. It's our necks.
Yeah, but if we say nothing, Sean goes up the river.
It's time to call internal security.
We've had complaints about Peter Grantham before, just never enough to take it to court. Still not enough. We have to establish some kind of current link between Grantham and Fenwick.
So what can we do?
Well, we need an admission. Without that, we've got nothing. Maybe if we can get the two of them together, we will get something that'll stand up in court.
Yeah, we basically need to panic one of them.
Grantham's not likely to panic.
Then we go after Fenwick. You flush him out, we'll take care of the rest.
What if this falls apart? We're not going to be very popular if anyone finds out we called in you guys.
Well, does anyone else know?
No.
Well, they're not going to find out from us.
If it doesn't work?
Sorry, we don't come with any money-back guarantees. OK, here's the plan. We'll get into Fenwick's phone lines through the exchange, and we'll call you, Hashem, at 9 o'clock. Make up some kind of story to tell your boss, and we'll expect to see you at Fenwick's at 9:30.
Look, I'm not sure I can help you any further. I've already told you everything I know, which isn't much.
I'm here to help you, Mr. Fenwick.
Oh? How?
I have a message from Joe Lucas.
What sort of message?
He wants to hear from you now. And if he doesn't, he's going to spill his guts. He's going to say it was you that set him up.
I've no idea what the man's talking about.
Fine. I'm just doing my job.
Eagle 1 to Eagle 3.
Eagle 3.
Contact's been made. Principal's making their way to the sports ground. Rendezvous at the grandstand in half an hour.
See you there.
Go!
Here?
Oh, Fenwick shut about 5 minutes ago.
Outside Grantham, eh? When we called Grantham the minute you left the house, you really panicked him. How did Grantham react? Nervous? Didn't like being called at the station? Should be here by now. Sure he went for it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, he went for it. Not got enough to go on? No. We're going to need an admission. All right, so where is he? Doesn't take us long to come from St. David's. He's here.
I shouldn't even be talking to you, Fenwick. I don't even like meeting you here.
It's not my fault this has all happened. No problems, you said. I wasn't supposed to be involved at all.
Yeah, well, I have a feeling that the money you've made out of this little deal makes these little dramas seem worthwhile.
I've had policemen in my house at all hours of the day.
Well, what do you expect? I told you, there'll be a little bit of heat and it'll all die down. Things would have been sweet if Lucas hadn't stuffed up burying that horse. That man's an idiot. But he's paying for it.
And what about me? Are you offering me as well?
What are you talking about?
Lucas, he wants to speak to me. He's threatening to name me as well. Now, you said I wouldn't be involved in any of this.
Now, you wait a minute. You leave him out of this, OK? He's all organised. When did you speak to him?
I didn't. That detective gave me a message.
Who?
Oh, I don't know. What's his name? Hasham.
Hasham?
He said Lucas wants to see me. He's threatening to spill his guts. Something like that.
There's something not right here. Don't say another word, all right?
What are you talking about?
Just you shut up, OK?
They're on to us.
Hang on, what the hell's going on? What are you doing?
Shut up.
You Peter Grantham?
Yeah.
You got a firearm?
Yeah, I have.
We'd like you to come with us to Melbourne. We've got a couple of questions we'd like to ask you.
I'll see you, PJ.
So does that mean that Sean's in the clear?
He'll still have to be investigated. He lied about his gambling debts. That business about borrowing money from Grantham, well, it doesn't look good. IID are going to have a lot of questions they'll still want answers for. Look, it's not me, Maggie. IID have indicated that Sean's gone, whatever happens.
Well, at least everybody knows that he was framed for the ring-in.
Doesn't matter. Even if he comes out squeaky clean, people will still have it stuck in their minds that he was involved.
You don't think that, do you?
No, I don't.
And me, will I have to be transferred?
No, I don't think so. You're fairly much in the clear. Oh, they'll still be watching you. You're going to have to keep your nose clean. I imagine they've got a lot to sort through. You're just going to have to sit tight.
And watch Rose Egan fly up the career ladder.
Rose was largely responsible for clearing Sean.
And I'm grateful. But then she did have the opportunity, didn't she?
Yes, well.
Hi.
Hi.
I let myself in. I hope that's okay.
Yeah.
Rose got the job. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. At least you're in the clear. I'm glad about that.
Yeah, so am I. Though, I knew I was innocent all along.
So did I.
No, you didn't, Maggie.
Sean, I wanted to believe you.
Yeah, I know that.
It was the money. I couldn't help wondering where it came from. The fact that you lied about owing money, how did I know that you hadn't lied about other things? But I never believed that you would have done anything, you know,
Illegal?
immoral,
Still a good little Catholic girl at heart.
maybe. Anyway, it's all over now.
Yeah.
Your things.
Yep.
I see.
No, I don't think you do. I've been called back to Melbourne. Questions to answer.
About what?
Maggie, what I've done isn't illegal or immoral, though you may think so. It's just plain bloody stupid. End result's the same.
Gambling.
Yeah, I'm addicted to it. I've got huge debts.
Sean, people get over these things. I can help you fight
No,
it.
Maggie, it's over. They've given me an option. Either I pick the transfer or they will.
Where are you going?
I haven't thought that far ahead yet. Anyway, what sort of relationship could we have? I lied to you when it came to the crunch. You didn't believe in me. I'm sorry, Maggie. I don't know what else to say. Maybe you could say a prayer to St. Michael for me.
St. Michael?
Yeah. Patron saint of cops. Didn't you know? Some Catholic.